Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to create a different shape, for example fruit, banana that you can use it maybe on banana tree or some other ones. Hopefully it's give you some ideas. Right here we have it our first segment and I'm shrinking down to just 1 meter. We can even create a smaller, but I think in this case it will work just fine. Okay, the first things what I want to do is modify the shape, and banana is kind of like roundish square type if you look on the sections. So to do this we'll go work with the root flares, okay, only except go create 4, let's say 0 random height, we give it as default 1, base well 0, and let's say width 0. So right here you can see we have it kind of legs going. So let's go put it 0.5, okay, and we'll edit this filter and reset is all the way up. So in the end what we will have, it's almost like a square. One thing, let's modify to user define radius, and we'll shrink this to 0.4, maybe even smaller. Let's go to 0.2. Okay, because we work with this, and maybe even increase to 2, so we'll have it a little bit longer. And you notice how it's popping out, so we'll need to have it right here and set to 2 as well. This is our basic shape. Next, I want as banana we will kind of twist it, but first let's go with the shape to shrink on top and a little bit on the bottom. So for this we'll work with the sections, and here is our front. So we'll go to add additional. So let's look as example, if we shrink this end, let's click OK, you'll notice it will shrink on the bottom. So it's meaning right here it's beginning of our banana will be. And I will shrink but leave it a little bit. We move just slightly, we don't need to move too much, but we will have it right here, add few more. So this one part, it will be where the banana connecting to the parent tree. So we'll shrink quite a bit. Okay, we'll select this one and just extend. We can add another one, extend more. Okay, let's shrink it a little bit and move it. Kind of weird shape, but here is what we have so far. We maybe need to shrink just a little bit more. We'll see what's going on. You know what, let's go pop up taller as well. Okay, next let's modify even more. So bring right here, shrink this down. And you know what, maybe even kind of like this. Also we have it affecting our tree. So what I was meaning, affecting our roots. To assign a little bit more shape, because roots pushing out, we need kind of bring it back. So let's go as example 0.5. You can see how it's already shrink. Okay, and we can even bring maybe 0.2 right here and 0.1 on this one. Let's increase just slightly resolution so we can preview. Okay, on this one, 0.5. Overall, I'm just viewing so we have it nice lines. I don't want all the way kind of straight, but I want it have it a little bit nicer. So we have a nice effect going. Maybe 0.3. Let's increasing. I'm just looking on these lines, because if you look on bananas, they do have kind of a little bit going inside. It does help if you have the reference up front of you, so you can preview reference of banana and see precisely how it will look. Okay, let's go take this one, move just a little bit more up. Okay, this is just generic. We still probably want to add one more right here. Kind of create it very rough shape. And let's now maybe start the kind of bending. To do this, because we cannot rely on trapezium for this, because we can have different angles, what we can do, we need it to take and work with options like influence with a local base. So this is what we need to do. And we'll go with a curl. Modification we want to do on X direction. So let's go 0.5. And you'll notice how we already kind of start going out. Okay, the one thing actually what I did, this is our beginning, this is our end, and I want to actually hook up to this point. So we'll need to go back to the segment, and actually I need to switch. I need to take this one and create this will be our end, and this will be banana with other. So let's do delete some of these points. Get it showing right here. Kind of bring to this point. Adjusting. And you know what? I will leave it this long like this. The reason is why this stem, because we'll probably have it blending with parent will affect that. So right here, this is a little bit better, except this end still does not look very good. And it's probably because we need to kind of create like this stretch just a little bit. There you go, a little bit better. Okay, so right here is our very rough shape of banana, but you can already see we have a nice effect. And again, let's go set maybe 1.5, so we'll have it more distinguished line going. Okay, next for this banana, what I want to do, it is put them on a bench, kind of, creating how the bananas grow. So they're going around and going down. So let's do this way. We'll go create geometry segment, and this will be our stick main for the banana, where this banana will grow. I'm just for now connect it, put it one up. Okay, let's go put 6 and maybe switch to the 10. Just something. Again, this is just example, and I want to take these bananas and grow around and down. We can do this by creating additional geometry, and we'll go with a hydra. We take this hydra and connect to the segment. Even we don't see segment, but it's right here. So we need it next. Disconnect our segment and connect to the hydra. So you can see now we have a bunch of bananas, but we need to organize them properly. The first things in a Hydra, we need to switch the angle. So 90 degrees, it will bring them around. Next, let's bring them all together. And we can do this by going inside the Hydra right here and set radius maybe 0.1. Okay, this is what we have so far. Okay, next inside the Hydra, let's go to check a couple options. Okay, we have an angle 12, we can increase, but I want to modify a few things. One, I want to blend with the parent. It will help slightly right here, work around this area. Okay, as well, we kind of twitch bananas adjusting, so we'll go in influence and let's use local coordinates. Okay, you'll notice on local coordinates it will switch, so we need to modify. Let's go put it 0 here. Let's go on a Y, it should be otherwise, like this. Okay, and actually it's a minus 0.5 if I'm right. So we'll go, yeah, we'll go opposite. And we'll still kind of cover these areas. So we want extract, so let's go ahead 0.4, just slightly loose. And we also need to bring them up right to this point, so it will be inside the Hydra, right here, this angle. Example, let's go put it 15. You'll see we kind of start spreading them around. Okay, also does help if we coil a little bit around. So the bananas will go slightly between them. 137 maybe. And this one will work a little bit better. And you notice on the bottom, we kind of spread. So inside the Hydra, let's modify it in an angle. And we can go to the bottom, kind of shrinking the angle a little bit closer this way. Let's click OK. You know, maybe 25. Let's see right here. Let's reset this filter and just set by the parent. Okay. So instead local, we kind of applying this to the parent. Click OK. So right here, so far we have these bananas kind of growing. We need also go inside the segment, and we can add 0.4 maybe to the different in sizes. And right here I see some kind of funny things, which is okay because it's flowering, but we can see how it will applied. And also let's go inside the segment with the Hydra. Right here we have 4 start and end, so we can spread them a little bit different. I think it's look okay, so let's go ahead, add a little bit more, see how this will apply. Yeah, with more it's look a little bit better. Okay, right, these places does not look very good, and we can actually fix this by adding additional segments and place the same place with the Hydras right to this place. Or we can take Hydra and replace with some other elements, which is basic, so it's up to you. But as example, I'm just going to create segment. I'm going to add and select with a Hydra located. So you can see place it at this right here. We'll go to blending with a parent. And let's set 0.5. So it will just create slightly adjustment in this area. Okay, let's go back. Okay, radius user defined, so we can look and you can see right where it's located. Let's go to put it 0.2. Here. Maybe 0.3.2, like this will work better. Okay. And we can go to modify a little bit radius on top. Smooth out slightly. Let's click OK. 0.3 maybe. Now when I already adjust, just a little bit smooth again. Usually we'll add plan, and I'm kind of don't really want to work on the stem at this moment. Overall, what I want to see is how we can create these bananas. Let's do add small, work with a little bit more shape and sections for our bananas here. So I want to shrink them just a little bit more, see how this will come up. Okay, let's go also 137 maybe, let's try 100, see. I want to place the bananas just between them so we can do 90 degrees will work as well. Adjustment all the way. And we have it 110, if I'm right, we'll push them right there. Yep, kind of between. Okay, so let's go with the last step. We'll go add some texture to this, and I'm going to work on the segments we have it. So we'll go to materials. I'm going to open, and for this one I'm using the mapped picture. Okay, some banana textures are very fast draw together. We want to be sure it's object parametric set. Okay, with scale 1. Let's click OK, and right here enable, so it's parametric we're going as well. You'll notice the green on the end. Actually, I don't want this way. I want rotate. So I want the black on the bottom. So, okay, right here we add it. And very fast. Again, we can work a little bit more, maybe add some greenish to our stem. But overall, what I want to see, this banana patch, when you can create it and put it on the top of your plant. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio, and hopefully you enjoy this tutorial, give you some tips. Please visit us on our web is www.geekatplay.com.